Sir, who can afford to buy a chopper to land in an illegal mining site, cut away gold, return to Sediti, and then on the way to airport, bam, take them out of the country? This is happening. So I agree with you, but my position is that we shouldn't, as senators, be lamenting. As senators, we should fix the problem. We should tell the executive, you must deploy exactly the same force that you deploy against illegal oil bunkering. That same force should be deployed to deal with criminals who are money. When I say criminal, it can be a retired general, it can be a retired permanent secretary, it can be a retired trade unionist or a retired labor leader. Whoever is involved, they should be dealt with. Let Nigeria see that we are not condoning this. We are not lamenting what is going on. You know, when you have a country of people who are above the law because they are supposed to have served the country and they have retired and now they become the real barons, we should recommend steep penalties, and through the leadership of the Senate and the National Assembly, you know, draw President's attention that he has to find the political will to deal decisively with criminals that are cutting away our precious stones and other precious solid minerals.
What's Adams Oshiomole waiting for? He knows retired generals involved in illegal mining. He should help Nigeria by naming them. Let them come out and say he is lying. Nigerians are tired of all these vague indictments that get no one the pillory. If you know them, name them. And that was my actual rhetoric when I took this story over the weekend on the Sunday morning show. I was like, Adams Oshiomole is here saying that, you know, he knows these retired generals. But in fairness to him, he did say that he wrote a letter to the former president, Muhammadu Buhari, and nothing came out of that. I mean, I'm sure that, you know, he cannot be out there naming these generals without any sort of protection. Rufai.
No, but that's apt.
Yeah.
The truth is, yeah, you can say you should name them. But what about the ones that have been named in the past? What happened?
That's another question.
That's another question.
Yeah.
Over $9 billion, even more, is lost to illegal mining. The other day, we're talking about Bani community in around that Oyo, Kwara area, where lithium was being mined. And these people fingered, it was a report on Premium Times, these people fingered that there were police officials that collect bribe for them on the road, security officials across board. Till today, nothing has been done. He's talking about the value ecosystem of, you know, this corruption where the Chinese people connive with state actors. And you see that they get military support and they get security protection. So the ones that have been written before, people will overlook them. You know why? Because in Nigeria, they will say, okay, we don't want to be seen as, you know, denigrating the members of the armed forces. It's going to destroy the institution. And that's why corruption thrives in this country. Over most of the mining that is done in this country is illegal. We've seen how people come to cut away our mineral resources that could have worked for us.
Yeah.
But some people obviously are higher than the states. And that's the sad reality. So when you say name, even if he names, what has happened? Look at the case of Obasa. They've made grave allegations against him in public till today. The EFCC have not picked it up. Is Yaya Bello that their veins will be very strong at? Is Yaya Bello that their veins will be very... in the process of someone was saying somebody has to bring a petition. Nobody brought any petition in Yaya Bello's case. Why can't EFCC investigate him? But you see, in this country, this same Oshiomole himself was the one saying one day that if you join the APC, your sins are forgiven. So you can see how the system is in this country. And that's why we don't move forward. That's why we are hovering around in poverty. That's why we're hovering around in shame. That's why Nigeria has to be borrowing money. Nigeria has no business borrowing too much as we borrow as a nation. But our resources are being frittered away by a lot of non-state actors.
Absolutely.
And that's the sad reality of the country.
Absolutely. I mean, I know that, like I said yesterday, the Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, had, you know, initiated this mining marshals to come out and, you know, get these illegal miners, like the way they've done with, you know, the Niger Delta region, oil bunkering and all. I think that this actual allegation by Adams Oshiomole should be heavily investigated. Nigeria cannot keep suffering like this. But kudos to Adams Oshiomole for always speaking out. We call him the comrade. Well, in another development, a video showing masked armed police officers invading a property without a warrant sparked outrage over the weekend following a response by Olumuyiwa Adejobi, the police force public relations officer, who stated in a post on X that Nigerian law allows police officers to break into homes without a search warrant. Let's take a look at this video before we take some reactions.
Imagine police people, face mask, come to my house to bust our door, saying we are fraudsters. We are competitors.
We open gate too.
We don't open
gate.
We open the gate. We open the gate. See your words. We open the gate. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Wait.
Guy, see, wait.
Can't see this so.
The way my guy.
Jesus Christ.
Hello?
Jesus Christ.
How far you hear me? Hello?
Jesus.
Hello? Don't bring it.
Unbelievable. I mean, I was.
So I think it is apparent now that those illegally mining our natural resources in the north, as exposed by Adams Oshiomole, are the ex-Fulani military generals. These are the same elements that will come to the south, the Niger Delta. They will say they are protecting our natural resources, the crude oil, the pipeline. Meanwhile, they are the one financing the militants. And they are even the ones showing them on how to tap into the pipeline illegally. But right away, they have extended it even within their own region. The sad thing is, within their region, the Southerners do not have in any way enjoy one benefit. They still enjoy benefit from the crude oil found in the south, whether legally or illegally, because we have northern militants. Yes, we have Fulanis amongst those guys doing oil bunkering. But have you seen a Yoruba man or an Igbo man or an Ibibio man or an Ijo man or an Ishekiri man in the desert of Zamfara mining gold? How does he want to do it? So Oshiomole must do the Nigeria a favor. Enough of the rhetoric. Enough of you calling out, telling us that those who are involved in illegal mining are the former Fulani military heads. No, we need names. That statement needs to be substantiated with facts. Because right from before now, I have always known that it will take the military heads, it will take even the chiefs, the kings, the emirs, and of course the clerics to be in compromise with this illegal element to be able to have a successful trade, a successful mining sector. This is an illegal successful mining sector going in Zamfara. Every time they go in there, they take billions of gold. They take it down to Dubai, and Dubai does what? Buys it, and then they refine it further, and then they sell it back to us. Just recently, we saw the VAT allocation. The VAT allocation came out. From what we saw, we had a total sum of 2.7 trillion naira VAT generated in Nigeria. The South only generated almost 1.9. The North, in all its entirety, generated roughly 1 trillion. How is that a fair game? How is that I don't even think the North got generated up to 1 trillion. I think they generated about 600 or 800 billion. Because only Oyo State generated more money than about 4 states in the North. Lagos State generated more money than all states in the North. River State generated more money than 10 to 11 states in the North. So these are the issues. Some elements will not stay there, calling themselves leaders. These are political rogues. I don't know why we are calling them leaders. These are people who will not tell truth to power. These are the people that are the so-called cabals. Okay? These are people that what they've done is set up establishment of corruption, getting ready to hold down the government of the day. And this is why you see that when the Nigerian army wants to start clapping down the wings of the bandits. You start hearing the clerics saying that, don't kill these people, they are our sons. They start saying that instead of you killing them, why don't you take them to court, give them a fair trial, and if possible, reintegrate them back into the Nigerian army. You know, these are the questions, these are their arguments. But these are the people that go out there, set up all these illegal, they set up all these illegal faculties for these non-state actors to thrive. And when the Nigeria says that they want to go, when some people in Nigeria, like the Southeasterners, the Biafrans, when they say, we need to go, we cannot continue in this corrupt system. Instead of us to join you to play the dirty politics, we do not want to play such dirty politics. We are the child of God. We are the black Jewish. We want to have our own state where it will not be impunity that will reign. What we want to have is a nation that it is justice, equity, and fairness, and the rule of law that will prevail. But yet again, these corrupt rogues, these corrupt former military head of states, these Fulani elements, and some corrupt Yoruba leaders will insist that these guys will not go. We equally have some people in the Southwest who are saying that let us have our Odudua Republic. We can no longer thrive in an economy whereby the only way you can push forward is you soiling your hands. These Northerners understand that some people are not ready to play dirty. Some people are not ready to work with the corrupt Western powers. Some people want to build a nation that can boast of production. Some people want to build a nation that can boast of having their own manufacturing sector viable. So these are the problems. What Oshiomole said is good, but it is not okay. It is not, it is not satisfiable. We need more facts. We need names. All right? These are the things that we need. Thank you.